Hello friend, I am Naval. You are watching Code with Naval. Welcome to Java series part 9. In a part 8 we saw about the JDK, JVM and JRE. In this video we will discuss about the most important topic. The every interviewer asks this question, what is OOPS, and explain OOPS. This question is the every interviewer asks. So we will discuss step by step everything related OOPS. So first understand OOPS definition. OOPS means object oriented programming. It's a paradigm that provide many concepts such as data hiding, code reusability and simplicity and many more. In a OOPS concept means everything inside a class. Without a class we can't write anything. If you consider C, C++, those language, C is a not object oriented programming language. We can write a directly main method and directly code inside a main method in a C language. I am not talking about the Java. But in a Java here anything, if you want to write anything, we have to define a class, and then only we can write inside a class that particular logic. So everything present in a class and object in OOPS concept. Basically there are four pillars: OOPS: inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction and encapsulation. Okay, we will discuss everything in upcoming videos. So in this video we will discuss only class and object. So basically what is a class and what is object? So I'll explain with taking one example. First we will understand definition. Class is a logical entity and contain logic for an application. Okay, class is a just a logical entity. We can declare a class, and inside a class we can write our logical code. Okay, we can just write a code and we can define a logic inside a class. A class is a user defined blueprint or prototype. It contains method, variable, constructor, instance block and static block. Class is a user defined blueprint. Blueprint means if we want to create anything, first we create a one print, first we create a one blueprint on a paper, then we build that thing. Class don't occupy any physical memory. Okay, if you want to create a building, first we create a one paper sketch, or we can say paper blueprint. That paper blueprint is not occupied that physical place, but when we build that actual building, that time that building required a physical space. That means class don't occupy any physical memory, but if we build that building and that particular place, that means we are creating an object. So object occupied physical memory, but class don't occupy a physical memory. It is not possible to create a Java program without class. So we can't create a Java program without class because Java is a object oriented programming language. So let's consider this example. Here we have a car class. This car class is nothing but this is a blueprint. Just we draw a image, or we can say draw a blueprint in a paper. Then we implement, then we actual create that car. That means object. That actual car is the occupied memory, occupied parking space, but a paper draw car is not occupied memory. And we can create a, once we done our design, car design, we can create a mini car. So we can create a red color car, we can create a blue color car, or we can create a green color car. Okay, let's see one more example. Here first we draw the blueprint. Okay, we take pen paper and we start drawing a blueprint. That means we are start writing a code or logic, or we can say start creating a class. Okay, once we done our class, then that class actual go inside a factory. Okay, here you can consider car pattern, car blueprint, that actual go to the factory. There so many worker, they do some work and they actual build a car, and then we get car from that factory. Factory means in a programming language we can say constructor. Okay, using a constructor here we create a object, and that object means that car, or we can say everything you are using, that laptop, you are using that phone, that is nothing but object. You are sitting on that chair, that chair is also object. Everything you can see, you can feel, you can touch that thing, that's the object in a surrounding you. That is the class and object. Okay, so the next point is the Java classes type. Basically Java provided two types of classes. First one is the inbuilt classes in a Java already define those classes, mainly those frequently used class. Java provide those classes like object class, exception handling class, input output classes, file handling classes, and so many more classes. Then come the user defined class. User can also create their own class using a class keyword. Okay, earlier we saw the keywords. Java provide a 50 keywords. One of them class is a one keyword, and we use this class keyword for a create a class. Okay, now we understand what is the class, what is the object, and what is the OOPS concept. What is basically OOPS concept? Okay, in a next video we will discuss about the class content. What we write inside a class, we discuss about one by one, and we perform the practical. So let's till that, bye bye.